If you're caught in a dispute in your strata property, trying to file a claim with the management tribunal can seem, well, pretty intimidating. But honestly, it doesn't have to be. Today, we're going to break down those very first official steps into a super simple, clear guide. Let's get right into it. So, what's it about? Maybe it's an issue with the maintenance fees, or you're having a problem with the management committee. Maybe it's a disagreement with a neighbor that you just can't seem to solve. If you live in a strata building, you know exactly how frustrating these situations can get. But here's the good news. There's a specific body that was created just for this, the Strata Management Tribunal, or the SMT. It's your official, formal path to getting a final binding decision. So the big question is, how do you actually kick things off? The entire process, and I mean the entire thing, starts with just one document. You've got to think of this as the foundation for your whole case. Getting this part right from the very beginning is absolutely crucial. And this is it. It's called Form 1. This is the official key that unlocks the whole tribunal process. And just to be super clear, this isn't a suggestion, like a helpful template. It is absolutely mandatory for every single claim. There are no exceptions. And this isn't just a guideline, it's literally the law. The regulation itself, as you can see, is incredibly direct. It leaves zero room for interpretation. If you want to file a claim, it has to be on Form 1, period. Okay, so you've got the right form. Great. But a blank form isn't going to get you anywhere, right? What does the tribunal actually need to know from you at this point? The regulation is very specific here. You need to state two key things, the amount and the particulars. Now, amount is pretty straightforward. That's the dollar value, if your claim has one. But particulars, well, that's everything else. This is your chance to lay out your case. The who, what, when, where, and why. A little tip, be as clear and factual as you possibly can. Just stick to the details. All right, so you've filled out the form. The next step is signing it. And this is another spot where you really have to be careful. It's not as simple as just grabbing a pen. The rules are very specific, and they change depending on who is filing the claim. In this chart lays out the difference perfectly. If you're an individual, a simple signature or even a thumbprint will do. But for a corporation, it's a much stricter three-part process. It needs a signature from an authorized person, their full name has to be printed, and you need the official company seal. Why all the fuss? It's all about confirming corporate authority. If you miss even one of these steps, your whole claim could get tossed out on a technicality. So you filled it out, you've signed it correctly, and you've submitted your Form 1. Your job, for now, is done. But what actually happens behind the scenes over at the tribunal's office? Well, as soon as they get your form, the secretary of the tribunal kicks off this formal three-step process. First, they stamp all your documents with the tribunal's official seal. Then, they date them and sign them. Once those two things are done, your claim is officially considered issued. This is the exact moment your personal dispute transforms into a formal legal matter. Okay, once your claim is officially issued, the tribunal takes two last administrative steps to get it logged into their system for good. Every single claim that gets issued is then entered into a master list, which is known as the register. Think of it like the tribunal's official record book. It makes sure every single case is tracked and accounted for, right from the very beginning. Your claim is then given its own unique number, kind of like the example you see here. The regulations say every claim is distinguished by its number and the year it was filed. This number becomes the official reference for your case from here on out. So, what about all those copies of Form 1 you handed in? Well, the tribunal doesn't keep all of them. They'll hold on to 2 copies for the records, but the rest, all now officially signed and sealed, they send right back to you. And this is a really important point. It is now your responsibility to deliver or serve these official documents to the person or the company you're making the claim against. So let's do a quick recap of the absolute must-dos. First, you have to use Form 1. No way around it. Second, be super detailed and specific about the amount and all the particulars of your claim. And third, pay really close attention to those signing rules. Remember, they're different for individuals and corporations. Nailing these 3 things is your ticket to a smooth filing. And just like that, you've successfully navigated the crucial first steps. Your claim is sealed, it's registered, and it's officially in the system. The big question now, of course, is what happens next? What do you do with those documents, and how does this whole process move forward to a final resolution? Well, that's a topic for our next explainer. Thanks for joining us.